Hi guys! So today we are going to read a book about one of our Arctic animals called the Arctic fox. And this is a nonfiction book, so it's going to give us facts. That's right. And we can tell it's a nonfiction book because we're going to look and see, is this make-believe? Does it make sense? It uses regular pictures that give us clues that it's going to be a nonfiction book. And then also right here we have a clue. We have a table of contents. So on our table of contents, we're going to find out that on page 4, we're going to learn about life in the Arctic. On page 12, Into the Snow. Page 16, Finding Food. Page 22 is the glossary, and then it has to learn more, which means it's going to give us some references if we want to go and research more about Arctic foxes. Okay, Arctic foxes are built for the Arctic tundra. And see, tundra has that bold print. It looks really thick and dark. And so that means that we can find the word tundra back in the glossary if we don't know what that is. But tundra is like frozen land. And we'll look at the glossary at the end too. Thick fur and bushy tails keep them warm in this dry and rocky biome. So bushy is that word that means it's really fluffy, and biome means region. So if you look right here, this is another nonfiction text feature. So in nonfiction books that help us learn, it's a map. And so it's showing you that this green area right here is where you can find Arctic foxes. Fur on the bottom of their paws keeps Arctic foxes from sliding on ice. It also keeps them warm. Sharp claws help them dig for prey in the snow. This gray summer coat helps Arctic foxes match the color of the rocky land. So actually in the summer, an Arctic fox looks like this. So you can see that it kind of camouflages itself onto the rocks. And then we have some special adaptations. An adaptation is something special about an animal that it uses to help it survive in its environment where it lives. So it says that thick white fur is an adaptation that helps it keeps it warm, so it protects it from the cold. The fur under its paw is an adaptation to help it keep from sliding on the ice. And sharp claws, remember, an adaptation that help it keep from sliding on the ice, but it also helps it catch its prey too. It says their white winter fur makes them hard to see in the snow. And so the fact that their fur is white is another animal adaptation because it helps it camouflage or blend into its surroundings. So that way its predators can't see it when they're trying to hunt it, and then also its prey or what it wants to eat can't see them when they're out hunting for prey. Arctic foxes have 2 short ears that face forward. They also have excellent hearing. These 2 adaptations help them hear prey under the snow. So since their ears face forward, it helps them hear prey under the snow, and then they're also short, closer to the ground. Into the snow. Arctic foxes leap and break through snow to catch prey. Sometimes they catch more than they can eat. They hide leftovers in the snow. And then these are Arctic foxes' stats. So this tells you from green that means it's not a concern to be extinct, which means there won't be any more. And then extinct would be way over here, like there's not any more. And endangered is kind of in the middle, which means that if they were killed or anything, we wouldn't have any more. It says they're of the least concern. So there's plenty of Arctic foxes when it comes to conservation or keeping them alive. Arctic foxes dig dens in the snow to escape bad weather. Dens are safe places to raise kits. So a kit, what do you think a kit is? A kit is what they call a baby Arctic fox. Very good. Finding food. Arctic foxes are omnivores. So that's a bold word. And what omnivore means is that they eat meat, but then they also eat plants. They like eating small animals like lemmings and birds, but then they also eat berries, seaweed, and eggs. Arctic foxes usually hunt alone. And so here's that diet that they talked about. They love lemmings, and then they love birds, and they love black crowberries too. Sometimes they form small groups to look for food left by polar bears. Arctic foxes survive the harsh tundra because of their many adaptations. This biome is their perfect home. And so here is that glossary with those words. And we said an adaptation is a change that an animal goes through to help it live. So like its coat changing to white when it needs to blend into snow. A biome is a large area with plants, animals, and weather. Bushy means, remember, it's really thick and fluffy. Dens are sheltered places. Kits are babies or young Arctic foxes. And lemmings are those small little animals with furry feet. And an omnivore is someone that eats plants and animals. Prey is animals that are hunted by other food. And then tundra is the rocky land in the Arctic that has a frozen layer of ground and little plant life. All right, and then these are some resources that we can use to know more. All right, you guys did an awesome job listening to our story. So what you're going to do now is you are going to connect to Seesaw, and I have a little sort, and I want you to sort the things that are true about an Arctic hare and the things that are false or not true about an Arctic hare. Okay? All right, see you later, guys.